Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah! We got it! We got
New 52 booklet.
it! Somebody clip this one.
Welcome to Comics Lee member stream. I am Jared. I'm here with Tevia. What's up, dude?
Hello. Never going to join the stream.
And I am here with Teladia Plays. What is up, my brother from the UK?
What's up, Jared? I know it's late here. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. So
I appreciate you troopering on, sir. So
8 o'clock over here.
yeah, it's the same. So today, we have a couple of different topics today. So you guys want to talk about Warner Brothers having money issues again, the crappy Superman suit, X-Men 97, or the new Batman series?
Oh, we are going to bring in on Galactic being cast.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Yep.
So what do you guys want to talk about first? Teladia, you can go first.
I was thinking, let's talk about the Batman the Animated Series.
All right. So
Okay.
we finally have like details on the new Batman. The I think it's called like Batman.
The Cape
Batman
Crusader.
Cape Crusader.
Okay. Thank you. Batman Cape Crusader. So it's a new it's a new animated series coming to Amazon. It was licensed to Amazon. And so it's being produced by J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves. Okay.
And Bruce
Half
Timm
of-
involved.
Half of that's a good combination. Then they tell me Bruce Timm.
Yep.
And then I'm like,
we kind of knew that already. We knew that already since the thing was announced a few years ago.
I know, but is Batman gonna end up with another 18-year-old? Is he gonna go for the hat trick?
Oh, you're still ready to go at the killing joke thing with the Batman.
Yeah, it's Batgirl and Wonder Woman. Both are 18 in the DCAU, according to Dwayne
Who's
McDuffie.
18?
Dwayne McDuffie said Wonder Woman's 18.
Wait, what? What does it think? I know
Yeah.
about that.
He said they considered her 18 years old. So,
That makes no sense. What?
well, the point is Bruce Timm going to go for the hat trick? But the thing about it is that he already pissed off some people. Is that they're changing Harley Quinn?
Yeah. I made a video about that, and honestly, why? Like, I get where they're going. They're going to do just the thing by turning Harley Quinn over a psychopath murderer instead of anti-hero just telling her she could be a serial killer. Which, okay, I'm all for that because let's face it, anti-hero Harley Quinn had ran its course. We need to go to a villain Harley Quinn, a full psychopath.
Yeah, which is fine. But the problem is that they're making it so like Harley Quinn is a dark character while the therapist side of her is the laughter part. And I'm like, I get it's Bruce Timm's like character, but when you have a character that's been a certain way for so long, you can't change it.
True.
It's
Well,
let me put it this way, Bruce Timm can. He'll find a way to screw it up. Teladia, your thoughts on this new thing?
I'm not a big fan of the Harley Quinn design.
Me neither.
And I don't like the fact that Harley Quinn is not a blonde. She's a darkhead.
There you go. And Dave brings up a really good point because actually what happened was I was in another chat about this, and they said that like they probably wanted to use Punchline, but they knew Harley Quinn was more popular, so they just labeled her Harley Quinn.
But the punchline is obsolete at this point, and honestly, no one gives a damn about punchline in the comments anymore.
True.
You're gonna see it, ain't it?
True. As long as there is someone there to keep Bruce Timm in check, I think we'll be fine. Randy, you say that now. Trust me. Do not underestimate this. Because arguably they had people... because arguably he was in check in Justice League. We all know how that turned out. Batman was a predator twice. But anyway, yeah, Wonder Woman and Batgirl. That's all in Justice League, or like the comics that tie into the show.
But the Unlimited Con for why they don't do that at all. Or to run Batman Beyond stuff.
Wonder Woman, and again, she's 18, so that still counts. But I will say,
McDuffie so much, but
since they're using since it's taking place in like the 30s or so, I do like.
At the end of the 40s, they said.
Mm-hmm.
It's a period piece set in the 1940s.
Yeah, I do like how they have like the classic Catwoman suit with the cape and everything. I like how they're at least going in that time period where like they're at least going in that time period there, and I'm like, I really dig that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So all in all, with this, I mean, I'll try it out obviously because I'll try out all forms of DC media just to check them out. Clayface looks like the Shadow. Is that Clayface? I don't think that's Clayface.
Yeah, it's Clayface.
That's Clayface?
Yep.
No way.
That's Clayface?
Yep. Well, here's the thing. Apparently for why if an article itself, apparently it's got not do shape shifting, so they're going 930 to 930 design. With 930 design, 940, 930.
It's so stupid.
More like non-shape shifting.
It's so stupid. Let me put it this way. It's so Bruce Timm. But all in all, I'll try it out. But I'm like, okay. Next topic. Let's go to... Okay, you know what? I want to rant. Superman suit. So, here's my problem with it. And I'll get a good picture of it. So, the problem with it is that they picked the wrong pose for that suit. I mean, see, the problem with this is here. I'll full screen this so we can see it. All right. So the problem with this is that when you look at like I said on my video, if you look at his shoulders and stuff, it doesn't fit him. And here's why. Yeah. They went with padding on the Why does Superman need padding?
He doesn't.
Exactly. Thank you. He doesn't need it. So when you put it in there, it looks over-designed and like the funny part about this is that now even the people that really want to like that are typically very positive about Superman are like, oh my gosh, even they are against this. And by Kador makes a good point. That's Star-Lord with an S.
It is?
No, it's literally because remember the same guy who worked on this costume is the one who worked on the Guardians costumes. That's why it looks exactly the same.
From Guardians 3.
Yeah, Guardians 3. And this is my problem. This is what happens when you bring an MCU director to DC. They start applying the MCU rules to DC. You can do this with some characters, but you can't tacticalize Superman.
Another thing
not familiar. Oh, she already bet it.
Teladia was talking first. Teladia was talking first.
So another thing to add is the fact that he merged 3 different comics designs into one, where he could have at least gone with 1, maybe 2 designs, maybe All Star and New 52, and got away with it, right?
Well, here's the thing. Do you know why he's doing that? He's trying to like appease the most amount of people, but what he doesn't realize that he's combining elements that don't go together. Because first off, the Kingdom Come S doesn't work for a younger Superman because. Let me ask you this, Teladia.
Yeah.
What age of Superman is that as typically associated with?
Old, really, really old.
Well, oldish, because Kingdom Come, and even when they used it in Superman and the Authority by Grant Morrison, that was like essentially a prelude to Warworld Saga. Yeah, exactly. Even with that was an older Superman. And it doesn't work with the younger Superman, as we could see here. Then you do the trunks don't bother me because I'm like, okay, I expected that because it's like, okay, he's more of he's appealing to more of the classic stuff. But when you take my new 52, my favorite Superman suit, and destroy it like that, that's when I get pissed. Because here's the thing, it's actually not armor. when you look at the Grant Morrison Action Comics where that suit debuted, it's basically the spandex suit. It's just people thought it was armor because it had like
because the line was so unnecessary. Like I got
I mean, that's fine. What he could have done here, at the very least, and here's why I know he could do that. Fan artists have done it. All you do, yes, Teladia. All you do is you take like the Christopher Reeve suit, put some texture on it to like modernize it. You can even put the trunks on for all I care.
Here's a thought: take the entire Hogan suit back from my favorite Superman Lois and adapt that for.
Well, Tevia, that did it better. Somehow the CW made a better suit than these big movie people. Somehow.
I was going to bring this up, right?
This show does everything right. I love the show.
Yeah, we got it.
I need to see in 3. I do want to see in 4.
Teladia was talking. Tevia.
I was going to bring this up. It's the fact that yes, CW did it better, but on top of that, they went to the source material, right? And they did not ruin the suit when it came down to, what's the word I'm looking for, Jared?
When it came to adapting it, right? Because here's the thing: a lot of different Supermans, a lot of different like Superman designs are based on the New 52. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is one. You can kind of tell that because the lines. It's essentially this. You know what's kind of funny? The funniest thing I saw was someone actually posted a picture of the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Superman and said it's all his fault.
Which is, I can't defend that at all because he's right.
I mean, that doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be his fault because that design was probably designed years before Superman, before this movie was in production.
Sure.
But
that game has been development hell since 2015. Well, not 2015. 2010, shocking enough.
Mm-hmm. But go on, Teladia. You had something to add?
The only thing I like about this suit is the fact that it's got the collar and the boots and the long cape.
Yep.
Other than that, everything else looks.
I'm still not a fan of the color design. I'm not a fan of the color.
Which is fine.
But that is me.
But here's the other thing. So if it were just the suit, I think people would have been a little more like it would have been like, okay, I just hate the suit. Then you look at the context around the picture. Because it looks like he's being very casual and just as a city's on fire. I get what they're going for. Well, yeah, but my point is the city's under attack. Now, here's the thing. I get what he's going for. He's going for like Superman puts his boots on one after the other, just like you and me. The problem is Superman doesn't. He literally can put on his costume in 0.2 seconds. Literally.
Yeah. Heck, people got that. I think my favorite. See, I just went
the coward Superman. But anyway, it's like put it this way: in any version of Superman, he just there you go. It's not even the new 52 like Kryptonian armor that came on via nanotech. All it is that he just even when he goes into the freaking phone booth.
Yeah.
This doesn't work. This is the same thing in Tevia. You'll love this. I brought this up in my video. When John Kent was protesting climate change, when he was just standing there. Yeah, that's the exact same. I'm like, what are you doing? And by the way, I use that as a Superman meme. What's that outside Superman? Smoothie? I don't know who that is.
Apparently, I think for Incubus Solaris, who the Sun Tyrant, okay, this is a Grant Morrison version.
It would make sense if most of this is based on All-Star, but I love how some people have brought up, it's Godzilla. So we're getting a secret Godzilla Justice League crossover, which I'm like, and at this point, it's not a Superman movie, it's a Justice League movie. But it's really like, at this point with the suit, here's my real problem with it. That you had one chance to have a first impression with the fan base. A fan base that was mostly on your side to a degree.
Yep.
And KJ, I mean Superman's irrelevant son in the comics. Sorry, Tevia. But you had one chance to make a good impression with the fans. And this is what you give them. To the point where even the shills that were like going, oh yeah, James Gunn's gonna save DC. What the hell is that? In fact, hang on. I think I have a perfect picture I mean, I have a perfect clip that's going to describe this.
Ooh.
What is this?
That's basically how the internet reacted to that suit reveal. And what's kind of funny, you can imagine Warner Brothers is like being like very confident. They're like, okay, this is a layup. We're going to reveal the Superman suit. Everyone's going to be so happy. What?
What is this?
Yeah. According to Sill, WB is going into full damage control mode, which could be which could mean a few things. Number one, they could try and like tell him make a new suit.
Yep.
Or they could try and take another like picture in a different pose. The problem with that is that it fixes some of the wrinkles, but it doesn't fix like a lot of the other issues people had with the suit, like the lines, like the over-designed complicatedness. What's up, Tavia?
Yeah, like I don't get it. Like the suit should be actually the best thing in a adapted suit. Like she made the best project. Like my favorite show adapted the suit correctly, and this show's great. What my basically I also adapted the suit correctly. In the first you get the adaptation anniversary. It's suit correctly. Like it's not hard to adapt. But we did it. Why is it so hard to adapt the Superman suit in live action? It's not that hard. I don't get it.
It is for these people, Tevia. It is for these people. It is very hard. For all his talk about hopeful and smiling Superman, he was like, yeah, that's true also. Superman is grimacing in the picture. So everyone that was like, oh, Henry Cavill never smiles. The first image you have of this Superman, he's just grimacing the entire time.
Also, that's not entirely true. Henry Cavill did smile at Man of Steel when he flew.
Yeah, many times Superman smiled in Man of Steel. It's just the people that didn't watch Man of Steel complain about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, dude.
If WBD tells James Gunn to change the suit, he will change the suit. I don't think he'll go to the classic. I think what he'll do is get rid of the trunks, maybe get rid of the padding
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think what they'll try and do is do it on the cheap for as much as possible, which involves getting rid of like they'll probably keep some elements of it. Like the S is probably not going to change. I mean, maybe it can, but the point is they're going to change a lot. But it's the point now. I know some people are going to ask me, Jared, does this mean they could cancel the movie? No. There's no way they're doing that. Even I got to admit, that would be way too reactionary.
That's not going to happen.
The only way I could possibly see them canceling the movie is if the trailer also bombs. Because I got news for you. If that trailer comes out and it gets about the same response that this gets, that movie's DOA.
Yeah.
Either they just release it and let the dice roll, or they just pull it. Mm-hmm. But anyway, the Power Rangers 2017 had some red flags also, and that movie failed too. I'm concerned for the Superman. Yeah, exactly. I enjoyed that film, but I
remember on Blu-ray. I love that movie.
Yeah, but the point is, like, a lot of people in the fan base, it didn't, because it was like armored Power Rangers, which I get the idea, but it's like, to a degree, you can't do that with the Power Rangers. But for all this talk, I already said that. The movie won't be a hit. The box office in the 600 million, probably a lot less. No one wanted. Here's the other thing. And hey, what's up, Britt? And by the way, I got to play Britt's intro because she's here.
He's back.
But here's and then Britt said they've already been shooting some scenes with the suit. To start over with a new suit is risking asking for money they don't have. That is true. But again, what are they going to do? The fan base hates the suit. And that's the part. And here's the thing. I've heard people cope and say, oh, don't worry. It's just the suit he has in the beginning of the movie. And he has one at the end they changed into. Okay, that's not true. But if that were true, why would you show the suit that people are going to crap on? Why wouldn't you just show the suit that's going to be his permanent one and say, this is what he gets to? But anyway, Tevi, you had your hand raised?
Yeah. You're right about that. And funny, like, for all we know, this could be the first suit, even though I think if it be coined on that, they get true and actually, I don't believe it at all. So at this point, the best option is to wait for the trailer. And honestly, the only thing I'm looking forward to now, I'm in for besides the suit itself, that can go away. I just care about the story is good. If they get the story right, if they have super and they'll mess it up, I'll be happy. But I want Mansion 2. I want Mansion 2 because I want Mansion 2 for years. I'm not getting it on PS3, I don't know why. But at this point, there's nothing we do.
That's the ending suit. That's the ending suit. I see. I doubt that because why would he reveal? What you're saying that's the suit he ends up with at the end?
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Oh, good lord! If that's it, it's even worse. That's the suit that we're gonna have for 10 years. Because say what you want, I'm gonna show you something. I did this on my video. Let's look at the Henry Cavill suit reveal from Man of Steel in 2013. Are you ready?
Yep.
This is what we got when they revealed the suit, what the Superman suit was going to look like. Hang on, I'm trying to find a good zoomed in image. The problem is like, okay, here we go. This is basically a zoomed in version of what it looks like. Okay, right here. What's up, Sin Havoc? How you doing? Yeah. See, and yes, there are some crinkles in the suit, but the thing is, that's more natural. That's more like your clothes are gonna do that. If let me put it this way: if I move my arm, you can see like there are wrinkles here, right?
Yep.
That's the normal one because he actually fits in the suit. The other one, it just looks like a cheap cosplay.
And yeah, there's no red trunk with that annoy me, but hey, it was like first time we've seen in theater in a long time. But it worked. Okay, Man of Steel is kind of a movie series, but Cavill is awesome. He's the best part of the movie. He's amazing. Like he's a great casting. He's
the best Superman ever. But they rushed the suit reveal was probably because of the earnings call today. Oh yeah, that's true. Because they had a WBD earnings call and they probably wanted to rush that out to try and get some positivity. It, like most things happen in Warner Brothers, blew up in their face. Blew up in their face. And I'm like, you know what? I have a very important clip that I think summarizes this perfectly.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's it. That is literally it. But what's up, Sin Havoc? Good to see you, my brother. Corin Sweat it took his Adam Warlock audition left. That's true. He auditioned for Adam Warlock in Guardians 3. By the way, I'm glad he didn't. That's another character. So James Gunn respects comics. Adam Warlock ain't the idiot that was portrayed in Guardians 3. Yes.
Here's the thing about that. That's not entirely true. When he first debuted, he acted like a child. I'm not joking. When he first debuted in the comics, he acted like a kid.
But that's not the version that everyone knows.
True, but that took years to develop. That took years to get to the point and actually now.
Could you imagine the reaction would be if Gunn's Superman were to snap someone's neck? Oh God! If he kills the first off, you know what's gonna be? Then everyone's gonna start tweeting Zack Snyder's The Blueprint. That's what. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. But you know what's kind of funny? When that suit reveal happened, do you know what was trending on Twitter?
Fire James Gunn.
Hashtag bring back Henry Cavill. Hashtag Henry Cavill Superman. Hashtag sell the Snyderverse to Netflix. So like, even everyone was like, nope.
Yep.
That's the hilarious part. You lost the momentum, dudes. You really did. But all in all, in terms of like where I see how much money I see this movie making, less than Man of Steel.
So $300 million.
Let me see. What did Man of Steel make?
Over 600.
Man of Steel made $668 million. Yeah, I less than that.
Wait, what was the budget for Man of Steel? Because Ben showed them one tonight.
Man of Steel budget $225 million. So anyone that tells you these movies flopped is lying.
Yeah, that's not true because it's financial success. That's financially successful.
Yeah, because the way it works, it's double the budget because of the marketing on stuff. Plus, here's the other thing that no one tells you. Do you know how everyone complains that in Man of Steel is like a bunch of product placement?
Yeah.
It got to the point that they had done so much product placement, by the time the movie released, they had made back their production costs.
Dang. Yep.
Yeah, it's called being smart.
Yes.
Yep. The sorry.
See, the problem with James Gunn right now, and especially with WBD, is they shot themselves in the foot because they released a suit that wasn't in the right position. And I don't, like you said before, the underwears on the outside on the New 52 crossover.
It's the underwear thing is less of a priority for me because I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's not it. There's some precedent for that too, so I'm like, okay, fine, I can see that.
I mean, for me, it's the way I see it is that I can see WBD telling him get rid of the underwears type of thing. So,
and thank you, Andrew, for the $2 Canadian super chat. I really appreciate that. Yeah, the first thing I think they'll try is they'll release another marketing picture to try that out. Have him in like an actual heroic pose, not like casually putting on his boots. Even though, guess what? It's too late. He's already become a meme. Yep. He has literally already become a meme with people putting in place. Honestly, I think it's too late for that. They're going to have to take it on the chin because everyone's already making memes of that Superman, and that's what's going to be, unfortunately, in the likely event that this universe does not advance past Superman. That's gonna be the legacy of this movie. The memes. It's kind of like how like Batman and Robin is known for like all the hilarious clips. That's what's gonna be known for.
But mind you, James Gunn still got time to change a couple of things to make the suit a little bit better and to still do shooting.
Yeah, he still does, but will he? That's the question. I don't think he will. Particularly when he has DC Creative showing up and basically stroking his ego, even though one of them, by the way, celebrated what happened to Zack Snyder's daughter.
What? Which one?
Yeah, I'm going to read his name, shall we?
Like,
so here's what happened.
Pissed me off.
So here's what happened. So here's the tweet. Are you ready? And so here's the tweet he was responding to. I'm going to read you that one. Then I'm going to read you what he said. So Boris Kitt, Joss Whedon has written and will direct additional scenes for Justice League as Snyder deals with a family tragedy. Kevin McGuire, here's his quote. Thank you, Jesus.
What?
You're celebrating Zack Snyder having to go away because of a family tragedy. Are you effing serious?
Are you effing Kimmy?
Exactly. By the way, add another person to my growing list of DC people I can't stand and who I won't buy any of their books because I'm sorry, that is too far.
Yeah, that's effed up.
I get that you don't like Snyder's stuff. I get that. But the minute you start doing that stuff, I draw the line. That is unprofessional. And honestly, he should be fired.
Agreed. Because no one in hell you don't do that to someone that dog committed suicide. I know John my name, but that is way too far. It's extreme. Like you mother, like you can't.
It's like, well, here's the thing. You also had like, it boggles my mind why nobody can get Superman right. One did. They threw him to the curb when his daughter committed suicide. So that's the point. But you even have the Green Arrow artist, the current Green Arrow artist, when it came out about like Zack's like plan to have the Amazons be Kryptonians, the fake plan that he rejected. He said, "Thank you, Jesus." Thank you. The guy basically says, "Thank F-bomb." He's not in charge of the DC movies anymore. But and I'm like, you can have your own opinion, but I do not care. Don't forget about Zack's production taking a shot at James Gunn. He wasn't taking a shot at James Gunn. He was taking a shot at the decision to release this marketing image. He was critiquing the marketing image, not, I say again, not James Gunn himself. It's being like twisted into that, but no, he was saying, who made this decision to release this image like this?
Yep, and I respect Snyder for doing that. Like, look, Logan hit the guy's movie, and I love Over the Moon too. I love that movie.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I respect that. I do. I respect Zack Snyder saying like, no, this ain't James Gunn's fault. This is the marketing's fault. If you want to play the marketing.
Partly it is because remember James Gunn oversees all this stuff, so he should have said this makes the suit look horrible. Even when you look at the lighting on the part that should be colored purple, it's just regular studio lights. Hey, what's up, Isaac? How you doing, bro? Lots of folks read the wrong. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So all in all, James Gunn claims to be Zack Snyder's friends. Then he brings on someone who celebrates his daughter's tragedy. Not only that, so my comic book artist Dawson, he got to go to the Rebel Moon set because he won that art contest where you draw a character that belongs in the Rebel Moon universe. So they made a video about the trip and everything and released it. And this account was like critiquing it. And remember, it was a video also honoring one of the people that has since died. Yeah. And the VFX artist for Superman, James Gunn's Superman, liked the tweet.
Okay.
Like the tweet that basically mocked, again, a Snyder fan who died. So I'm like, no. I'm like, the more you do that, if I were Zaslav, I would tell James Gunn, control your people or this movie ain't coming out. Because right now I'm supposed, because remember what Zaslav promised? Protect the DC brand. Where's the protection?
Go
ahead, Tevia.
It's almost like it's out live and they epping one because, like, they're the same man who destroyed or killed the Batman movie. Like, the Batman movie, that movie could be good or bad. We will never know. But they're the same man now doing the Flash movie. Which, what? That Flash movie, they jerked on.
It was supposed to be, by the way, way different. It was supposed to be a Cyborg Flash team-up movie that was going to tease the Reverse Flash. Tease. He wouldn't. Yeah. He wouldn't straight up show up. It would just be red lightning everywhere.
Which
happened. Gunn also did that with Nicole Perlman. Teladia, do you know who Nicole Perlman is?
No.
She was the writer for Guardians of the Galaxy that Gunn tried to get uncredited.
Wow.
For Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Yeah, that's when everyone tells you, oh, he did great with like Guardians of the Galaxy. That's not entirely his script.
I don't get why he do that.
Shame on him. This is why
ego.
This is why him as a DC head is a bad thing right now.
You have someone as a DC head that is the stupidest thing on earth. Yeah, isn't that stupid? The suit just looks like how super suits look like today. Yeah, but that's what people are complaining about because the MCU looks all. Because here's the thing. It'd be one thing if like the other Superman suits look like that. If there was like a trend or anything like that. No, you can't do that because guess what? Militarizing the Superman suit doesn't work.
It always fails.
Yeah, I get what you're going for because, let me put it this way. Yes, it's something no one's done before, but there's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead. Tev, you want to add something?
Yeah, something as we mentioned with the classic suit never worked. Example, the X-Men suit. Like, X-Men 97 proving that the costume, like, what do you expect? Black Rider? Like,
Great show. Great show.
I love that show. It's so funny because it makes fun of Fox movies.
Yeah, I love that. We're expecting black leather. I was like, yes!
I was laughing when it's so funny. Like, it just proves a classic suit are here to stay and don't mess with classic. Yeah, you can update them a more time. I get that, but update them the correct way and don't change everything to point my own ego.
This is why I'm against whenever James Gunn makes any changes to even characters that don't have a lot of fans, like Vigilante. And I've said this before, it's a slippery slope. You let him do it to minor characters, he will start doing this stuff to other people.
Yep.
That's it. That is literally what happens.
Which is weird. Peacemaker, he the shoot perfect on that show, and then show at the.
But Peacemaker is character-wise. Peacemaker is not that way. Because you know how I know that? I read the first the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle art. Yeah, it was that. Peacemaker shows up to the point where I was like, who the hell is this? And I'm like, oh, I like this guy a lot more here.
Yep. I love that comment.
So all in all, we don't like the suit, and we're gonna have to wait and see what WBD does with James Gunn going forward. Now he's on very tippy-toe waters.
Let me put it this way: that trailer had better slap. Because if that trailer's not good, I'm sorry, this is gonna look really bad. Let me this way: if the trailer gets this reception, we're in trouble for. Because here's why I say we're in trouble. Even if as Snyder fans, because let's say this movie comes out and it bombs, unfortunately, it's a concern that WB is going to think it's a problem with the DC/Superman brand, and not that they put the wrong guy in charge of Superman. Because here's where Gunn would have done well. In the Suicide Squad, like lesser known characters, the characters that he likes, and I would have been like, okay, you know what? I don't like your style of stuff, but you know what? Do your thing. That's fine. You can do your own thing because you know what? You're dealing with characters that won't get you backlash. And I predicted this when I said Gunn had better not screw up anything with Superman, because Superman fans are rabid. If you question anything about Superman or change anything, I know this because of my hatred of Lois Lane and my love of Super Wonder. If you question anything, it's like it's blood in the water, bro. It's blood. It's blood in the water, and I'm surrounded by it's Shark Week, and there's blood in the water.
Yep, but you get crucified. This or that. But look, I know some people like, Church is very no, I'm still pissed on it like go. But this is not John Cena is more a Superman thing. But even I will admit, though, I do get carried away with the new video. Hey, I will admit that I do mess up at that. And if you like the book, great, that's fantastic. I'm glad you like that book. Like, that's great. I expect that.
That's fine. I mean, like put it this way. I personally don't like John Cantor's Super Sons. You're more than welcome to like it, because you know what? That's part of being a comic book fan. We don't all have to like the same crap.
Yep, indeed. Like,
everything is valid. I don't care. Snyder fan, Gunn fan, Snyder hater. I don't care. Be respectful, like you are. Like my chat is, I hope, and I like to think they are, because only cool people subscribe to Comics League. But I know 1K. Thank you, everyone. But so I know at least 1,000 cool people. But it's like, as long as you're being respectful to people, I don't care if you like Super Wonder, or if, God forbid, you like Wonder Bat. I do not care. I had to. Comics League. Go check out Volume 12 from All Star. You mean issue 12? Because I have All Star.
Yeah, I'm confused. Right? Volume 12, issue 12. I'm lost.
Yeah, I don't really like the suit. There's no texture, and it looks bad. That's the one thing. If it were, it looks baggy on him, and that's the main issue. And here's the thing: I'm concerned that even if they put him in another suit, it's gonna look baggy. You know what it's gonna look like? Superman and Lois, the suit, season 1, when the shoulders were too broad and it made his head look smaller, or like when he was like lifting up a cargo ship, it would do this. It would like scrunch him. That's what I'm concerned this is gonna look like. And this is a multi-million-dollar production, my friends.
Yep. And so, even though sorry,
So even though it's a multi-million-dollar movie, I'm telling you right now, I don't think this film is going to succeed. I think it's going to force David Zaslav to sell off the company.
Well, here's the thing: as much as we all love Superman, he doesn't have a strong enough brand to sustain this much controversy. Here's what you guys have to realize: Superman is one of those brands. He deals with an image problem, which, pun intended, I know we're talking about comics and I said image, so there you go. But it's the idea of like that, because Superman is seen as like a Boy Scout and a boring character. He's not. We know he's not. But the general audience doesn't. There's a reason why he's seen as like the dude with the underwear on the outside of his pants. That's what Captain Frickin' Underpants is based off of, is that joke. But then when you have a version of Superman that the audience likes, we saw the box office, they clearly like it, and more people, we attacked the New 52 and Zack Snyder. You attack the versions that make these characters relevant for the world we're in today. That's it. Wait, issue 12 of All-Star Superman, and put the picture the other day, look in the background. Oh, it's basically that. I know, but the point is, they could make it like... They could make it clearer, in other words.
Yeah.
But too much Silver Age. He's dealing with too much Silver Age. And that's the thing about the Christopher Reeve Superman. Great character. Great movie. It works for the Silver Age Superman. In fact, I think it even came out pre-Crisis, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it did. It was 1970s.
So it's Silver Age, where Superman did all that crazy stuff, like flew around the Earth backwards and went back in time, carried his entire carried a solar system on a chain. So you had that. So that type of shenanigans work. That's why I don't care about like all the weird stuff like the cellophane S. that he throws at people. Because I'm like, that's Silver Age stuff. It goes along with it. But when you try to apply that to a modern Superman, which is what Superman Returns tried to do, what happens?
It failed and bombed. Literally.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Savvy. You had something you wanted to add?
Yeah. Technically speaking, Superman 2, there were two versions. They had the with Donald Cut with the far better version, my man, the better version of the movie. Then the Lester cut, which does the X Shield flow. That's the version. But
and that's fine.
That's my Silver Age stuff.
And just said, so yeah, I as the new 52 fan attack Rebirth Superman not as fans. Yeah, because they have their own version of liking it. I just don't like that version of Superman, and that's fine. It's like, and then Dave says exactly, Superman simply doesn't have the mainstream appeal of Batman and Superman. A Superman reboot in the middle of superhero fatigue is a bad idea. Well, yeah, Spider-Man. And so superhero fatigue is real, and too many bad or mediocre movies made it happen. You can have a good movie reverse that, though, which is why I think if they brought back Zach and had him complete a story, I think that would work.
Actually, it's bad movies, superhero movies.
Thank you, Katar. James Gunn said it's going to be a mix. Yeah, well, he said a lot of things.
Yeah.
He said a lot of things. In fact, remember when My Time to Shine posted the picture of the rebirth of the Fortnite Superman suit and said, okay, so it's basically going to look like this. And it's the new 52 armor with the trunks. And James Gunn refuted it. And then we get this suit. So I'm sorry, just because James Gunn says something, until he has more of a track record of being accurate, I'm not taking anything he says as true.
Yeah. Also, who cares that Michael Superman lost? Still pissed off at that.
That's the other thing. You pissed off. This may not have been his choice, but the point is, WBD screwed this movie more because now you have a fan base that resents that because you took away a version of Superman that literally everyone liked. You had Snyder fans and Gunn fans liking that version of Superman.
Yep.
You had something that had universal appeal, and you threw it to the curve because you were afraid they were gonna it's gonna compete. Although here's the thing, though. Here's the funny part. Tevye, you know what's stupid about the whole it's gonna compete?
Yep.
Warner Brothers still gets the freaking money. The money's still going in one place. It's not like Zach pockets some of the money or the creators of Superman and Lois. No, it all goes back to them. You still get rich. We are talking about competing.
Yeah, that's the first time anymore because you when you killed my great show, Superman at the movie. No, that's BS because you gotta have both Superman Lois, the movie, and My Bad Superman compete and have all your money and say that it works. You still get rich.
Plus, it's audience confusion, Tevye, but I guarantee you the audience is going to know that Tyler Hoechlin is Superman is a different character than David Cornsweet.
Yep.
I guarantee. You know how I know that? We had that because you had like Black Adam come out and have the Henry Cavill thing. You had Superman and Lois. You also had like Ben Affleck being in the Snyder Cut and Flash, and then being in the Batman. And then like Pattinson being in the Batman. You've had multiple versions of these characters, you idiots. Not you, Warner Brothers.
I know.
It's like, what if Disney buys WBD? They won't allow that because that would be antitrust.
That would be a monopoly, but it's very, very bad.
There's no way.
Would like that.
More Snyderverse is fatigue proof because they already have an audience for that universe. Hell, like Rebel Moon or not, it brought numbers to Netflix.
It did.
Numbers that they care about. Let me put it this way. Yeah, part 2 did not perform as well as part 1. But here's what part 2 did do. It propelled part 1 back into the top 3 list.
Yep.
So in other words, it's still seen as a success. Anything with Zack Snyder's name on it. Do you know how I know that? Why are they, if the Snyderverse is dead, why are they keep coming out with merch?
Also, not the man, already dead. That thing was a success, and we got prequels in that movie. Shocking enough.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They Hot Toys has the armored BVS Batman. They're constantly coming out with other versions of the Justice League. Hell, this.
Nice.
So, yes, thank you. But I'm just like, there's because here's what and we're still talking about these movies 10 years later.
Yeah, 10 years later, we're still talking about Jackson.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Teladia.
So before we switch gears, because we've talked about Superman suit for a long time now.
Yeah. We're going to transition.
I was going to say this and bring this up, right, before we switch up. I still believe that I still believe if Zack had finished the story at Netflix, James Gunn would still be safe, right?
Mhm.
And Warner Brothers would have not only had one universe, but two universes. As I did the recording with Jared, and I literally said
Yeah.
in that recording,
And I said they should treat the Snyderverse as the movie Ultimate Universe. So if they do the absolute power stuff, they can have an Ultimate Universe in the comics and in the movies.
Yep. And keep the main event tag in the comics.
Yeah, and we could say, and Teladia and I had this great idea, call it Earth 22. Make the Snyderverse the Kingdom Come Earth. Because actually, it works in terms of story. There's some geeky thing, but canceling Cavill and Superman and Lois wasn't about the movies damaging each other in terms of sales, but because anything that Gunn does not. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of Batman saturating the world. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
What if James Gunn's suit royal blue and gets dirty? Yeah, it's gonna look like crap. That's what happens. Gunn and not Link Snyder finishes universe reeks of insecurity on Gunn's part because he knows that more people like. Because here's the thing: if you look at Gunn's DC movies, they have flopped. Even the streaming numbers of Suicide Squad is not good. Peacemaker, not good.
Wait, that's confusing. I thought both Judas Squad and people did well. Because I love Judas Squad. They did movie out that movie.
You can like it, but that's fine. But according to what I know, it didn't perform well because remember, WBD also got sued because during the sale, it came out that Warner Bros. Had inflated the views of a lot of their shows. Peacemaker was one of them.
You know what I call that, Jared? You know what I call that? Upward failure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's upward failure. Exactly. But anyway, so let's transition onward. Let's talk about something happy. Let's talk about X-Men, shall we? Let's talk about some good old X-Men. So, by Teladia, you have seen the most recent episode of X-Men, right? So they pull Wolverine's metal out of his skeleton.
Yep.
I see it, and it's brutal too. He's like screaming, and you can see it like rippling under his like skin. I'm like, oh yes. He even told David Ayer that he wanted his own hits before releasing the Suicide Squad because he knows people love this universe. Yes, to me, my X-Men. Yes, I'm saying it right now. Onslaught is coming. Yeah, that too. That'd be a fantastic idea. But it's like you have. First off, you have the classic Chris Claremont suits, like all of them. First, there was just Storm. Then you have like Wolverine. They're in the uncanny suits, which I love. They look good. I know some people don't like the Cyclops one, but dude, it just looks so good. Like, that's ridiculously good. Every time I watch this, when I watch this show, every single episode is it's so good to be excited for something Marvel. But I'll start with you, Teladia. What did you think of the episode this week?
I thought it was really, 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 really good. Like, come on, Charles Xavier, to me, my X-Men. Then Magneto, ripping the metal out of Wolverine, and Nathan attacking Jean Grey. Like, come on, if nothing gets better than that,
I didn't know he was that powerful.
Yep.
Yeah,
I did.
I'm like, wow. Because again, I haven't read much of Cable. That's just me. I want to now. That's what these shows are. That's what a good show will do. It makes you want to read more. So, and it's like, I'm very happy. It's kind of funny. I bet you, yes, we're down, but I bet you that they blew up Genosha as a way of saying we're not going on Krakoa.
Yep.
Which I hope so. But we're going to talk about this show in an upcoming episode of the podcast. But I really feel like this is the best animated show since Young Justice. Yeah,
I agree.
I'm so agreeing. That's it.
Yeah.
And you know what's kind of funny? You could tell that Bo DeMayo was a fan of the show based upon how close it is.
Actually, he's a fan of he's Snyder fan too.
He's a Snyder fan too.
Yep.
There's so much stuff, even on this episode, that's like, I'm seeing some Snyder inspiration.
Yep.
But go ahead, Tavia.
Yeah, by the way, I found the panel, I think what you talk about right here. It is.
Yeah, there you go, right there. See?
Yep.
Oh, man. Are they going to go with the
love
Bone
that.
Claw / Wolverine turning feral? I'm concerned.
I'm sorry about that. Because I'm not a fan of the whole fail stuff. A bad idea. But if they do that better in the comics, I think this will work. Also, I'm also very intrigued with one character. That's Onslaught because okay, Onslaught I feel bad is a bad event. This story was bad. However, the character himself such a cool.
They can, but the problem is then they have to make Charles Xavier evil and stuff.
But they kind of did that in in the Phoenix show. We did see when we
kind of, but not
yeah.
really. But
Yeah.
the other thing is like with the Bone Claws, to your point, Terry, this is the one time where I'm going to say, based upon the past track record of the creators behind this show, I think they could do the Bone Claw story good. I mean, well,
yeah, I agree.
I trust that this is the one time I'm going to say this. I trust this creative team to do the story well.
Yep.
Because I'm sorry, every single episode has been actually really good.
Indeed.
Like wow.
Up until time, they got that story correctly. They got that story 10 out of the comics did. The whole fatal tragedy they did awesome. The Nimrod, they did the origin 10 times better.
Yeah.
They did a comedy of human and Sentinel, but this time we'll actually kind of like back time travel stuff with Nimrod, but pregnant as human. That's insane and genius.
Yes, exactly. I have a theory that so Cable's like attacking Jean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how in like the intro for the past like 5 episodes, there's been like a tease of the Phoenix?
Yep.
Yes.
Methinks we're getting the Phoenix again.
Obviously, that being the case.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like blasting her unleashes the Phoenix again. I could so see that happening.
Yeah.
I was very late on Bastion. Didn't know him until I started reading X-Force back in the early 2000s when Wolverine was lead. Was lead. I didn't realize that he has way more personality than the comic iteration. Yeah, he kind of does.
Nice.
I read him like once. He appeared once in one of the comics I read, but I was like, this guy's a doofus. This I'm like, no, this is scary. This guy scares me.
Like the only fast I know about him is about a video game, X-Men Destiny. I forget the name. I don't remember. That's the only I know about him. And I myself in the game like. He's boring. He's not a great villain. This guy is just a boring.
And then the show does it. By the way,
show did better.
Finally, the show did something for me that I've been so happy for.
Yep.
We got more Emma Frost. Statue, but because they did the whole secondary mutations where she's dinosaur. I was like, yes, thank you. Because then they could break up Scott and Jean, and then I could finally get what I wanted. Because I hate Jean Grey. She dies way too many times.
Yeah. I'm not fan and Emma Frost. I'm glad you are doing some more than I did. But if they do that.
But Tevia, this team could do it well.
Yeah,
that's what you have. This is the one thing we could say. This team can do it well. What we get? Can I say, Teladia?
I was going to say she's the Lois Lane of the
No. I'm going to tell you this. No, you know who the Lois Lane of Marvel is in terms of me? Namor. I hate.
Yeah,
Jean, I just say I don't necessarily like it with Cyclops because she dies too many times, and that's kind of emotional abuse for the guy to go through that every single time.
Yeah.
Steve is the Topanga Lawrence of Boy Meets World. She plays too many games. Nice. For Cyclops, Emma Frost incoming. Yeah, that's what I want. That is what I want. I'm only on episode 1. The only episode I didn't like was episode 4. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Like this way. Are all the episodes as awesome? No,
that's impossible.
But they're pretty close.
Like they're perfection. Like this show proved more Marvel animation to do something great. Like forget wedding, forget all the zombies, forget the show. Give me more of that. And Marvel, here's the point. Bring back Spider-Man the animated series. Well,
That's the rumor. Because if they do that, they could finally resolve that cliffhanger.
Yep.
Just do that because he showed up. He showed up in X-Men. I was like, Spider. They even had the Hulk show up, and then they basically show up with Morph, and they had it where Teladia. I don't know if you noticed this. Was there something familiar to a certain Superman movie? The way Hulk was like punching the Sentinels. They basically did another Man of Steel thing, with like him fighting Zod. That was basically homaging the Superman Final Smash from Injustice, where he's like punch. The guy flies. He zooms in, punches again.
Yep.
I think Spider-Man and Wanda fans are the worst toxic fan base of Marvel. That may be true. It just depends. Yeah, but again, even Bo DeMayo was like, yeah, I'm a big fan of Snyder. Now, granted, he also added, it's also because being in the industry he understands like the amount of work and time that goes into making these projects. Now, we don't know. We could just critique it afterwards and say, Birds of Prey sucks. That's just what we do. For some reason, Nerdette enjoys that movie, but for some reasons I will never understand. But
I expect that.
Marvel has been trying to catch up to DC on animation for years. X-Men 97 closed the gap dramatically, though I still think the history and numbers DC has them, but was an excellent start. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Well, he had to bring that. Sorry to do it, but to be fair, Marvel and the band did hit bang out the banger with Spectacular Spider-Man, my favorite show I think ever. Urban Hero, Wolverine the X-Men, fantastic. But then when those were just over the Disney BS, well, not the Disney, but BS, right? We're gonna turn those over Spider-Man with a terrible show. Then we had Benny Simmel, a crappy MCU rip-off show of garbage, and they got the X-Men all the time to vote in heroes. Spoiler it failed miserably and it should have back. This should have reminded me back from the dead. Because after those two shows came out, it went to...
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did that.
It all depends. I heard the Birds of Prey TV show was cool. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but it's not bad. And basically, the people with talent like Zach and people without hate them. That's true, actually.
Yeah,
that's actually a really good point.
So, go
ahead.
I'll say this though. I can't wait for the next few episodes for X-Men 97. It's definitely going to be interesting to see where the X-Men go from here with, Mr. Sinister.
Yep.
And, how he can, he mind controlled Nathan.
Cable.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting to see what direction they're going. I hope they bring more Easter egg. I hope they bring in Thor. Maybe, Thor would be cool as an Easter egg.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep. So let's transition over to our last topic. We now have our Galactus.
Yep.
There is one more topic.
Go ahead.
There's one more topic we forgot to talk about before Galactus. That is the WBD Suicide Squad game.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Hang on. All right, so let's talk about this. So it came out that like WB lost a lot of money, not just from Suicide Squad, but that was a contributing factor. Like I believe it was $200 million they lost for Suicide Squad.
Yes.
What?
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised, but the funny part is like, I love how this happened. So this is the most Warner Brothers thing that could ever happen. You ready? So Hogwarts Legacy comes out and is the biggest game of the year.
Yep.
Suicide Squad comes out and is the most controversial game of the year. Lynn loses money. So WB looks at these two games and is like, more live service.
I'm just like,
I'm like, that is the most, it's kind of funny. When I saw that, you know what went through my head? Of course, that's so Warner Brothers.
Yep.
Only WB takes a good decision and does the opposite of it.
Yeah.
And they're literally doing the same right now. They're doing a VR game instead of a full-blown Batman game.
For Arkham. And I'm like, Arkham Shadow. And I'm like, I get what they're going for, but not everyone has a VR headset, and I want to play it.
Yeah.
But go on, Xavier, you had your hands up.
Yeah, and to make it work, it's $500 for the VR headset. What?
Yeah.
I'm not paying $500 for that. I'm going to get to play an Arkham game. Look, I know Batman Arkham, but I don't pay $500 for that. I'm not rich. What are they doing over there? It makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly. But new like Superman Legacy looking. Yeah, I know, right? It definitely does. Yeah, exactly. Doing the opposite, exactly. Promising a more hopeful, optimistic Superman and not doing that. And by the way, there's one more X-Men episode if I remember correctly. There's one more.
Yeah, you're right about it. Like next
episode. God.
It's the final.
It's approaching Superman 64 territory.
Oh boy.
Oh God, that's awesome. God. Thanks, Hero Mode. That's awesome. So all in all, I mean, it's typical Warner Brothers, and
We
here's the thing.
we got to play that Zack Snyder clip again. Suck it, Warner Brothers.
Yep.
Yeah, well, but
Indeed.
here's the other thing. Before I do that, I'm going to say this. Okay, so you already had, so it's kind of funny how this happens. So this is Warner Brothers luck. First, the Suicide Squad game tanks.
Yep.
Then you cancel a popular TV show because you don't want it competing. Then the Superman suit comes out and it's a flop. And then the earnings call comes out and they get reamed.
Yep.
So I'm like, haha. But anyway.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
So.
Also to add to that, we also had Trinity come out. And spoiler, the 2 parts were not that good. So part 3 is the last chance. If they screw part 3 up, the Trinity will be a failure.
Well, the thing's already over. It's not like it's not like they're still gonna do more movies after this. The Tomorrowverse is over.
True, but now there's a lot of Watchmen coming out.
Which I don't know. Why do we need that? What's
agree.
your thoughts on Disney and WB streaming teaming up? I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of weird. I don't think they're gonna form a hybrid streaming service, although that would be cool. But I don't know. I don't see it working out from the way they think they do.
Yeah.
And then they always have problems. They never learn from their mistakes. Exactly.
Yep.
So we have Ralph Ineson as Galactus. All right, here's my problem. Why is Galactus the first villain for a Fantastic Four movie?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Should we say Galactus for later? Like for
Exactly. Your first movie is going to be the world is going to end. Again. Oh, you mean like it almost ended with the Eternals or with Thanos or with Ultron? How many other times have the world's end, Marvel? I keep losing track.
Yep, with Spider-Man, with No Way Home. Without No Way Home.
Yeah, exactly. The multiverse. But anyway,
Multiverse.
Yeah, Galactus should be the final boss. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
The new
Indeed.
Superman image is the evidence that James Gunn has no idea what to do with superheroes. Yes, Daniel, that is true.
Indeed.
I do appreciate that. But yeah, but I've never seen anything he's done in terms of like roles. So, I mean, I assume that that it's a good casting choice. Anyone that's seen like Game of Thrones, I haven't.
Yep.
Not me. I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
He's also in the Harry Potter movie for an article that said.
Which Harry Potter was he in?
He's in for a prequel.
He was in a recent. Okay, so ranges from Harry Potter movies. That's all it says there. I'll tell you what. I'll plug in his name. I still don't like Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Oh,
Where
by
won't
the
this
way,
thing paste?
I like your wallpaper. By the way,
Thank
for
you,
your
Jim
browser.
Lee. Jim
That's
Lee.
cool.
So let me see. What has this guy been in terms of stuff? So he has been. Oh, he's been the creator.
Yep.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, The Witch. I seen that movie at the
Oh, yeah.
end of Blu-ray.
Oh, he was the general. Okay, he was also a Ravager pilot in Guardians.
Bobby, I'm 15. I love that
Yeah.
game.
He was To Catch a Killer, Willow. Oh no,
Vox Machina.
but
Good show.
yeah, not bad. So I mean, he certainly has the acting chops. So I don't know. We'll see. My brother let me join Sis and Link. Well, this is a members only panel, and we're about to like to wrap up. But next time, bro, absolutely. But anyway, I think it's a good place to leave it because my throat is really getting sore at this point. But all right, so Teladia, where can we find you, and what have you got coming out on your channel?
So on my channel, guys, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a watch along to Lego Batman the movie with myself, Jared, Ruth, and David. That is what we got planned up. And also, Britt, if you want, you can hop on as well. I'll send you a link. And yeah, it's going to be a fun time. And also got the Snyder fans read comics next week.
Hell yeah.
We're going to do that. And also my Summer Game Fest predictions. So I've got to be doing that video, and that video will be released either next week or the week after. I've got to edit it and get it out soon. So expect those to come out.
Tavia, how about you?
Yeah, as for me, I just did my video on the Batman Keep Your Shape at the thing that was announced. I did my own video about that. I'll probably do about the Galactus stuff, the guy who I'm part on the casting, even though I'm trying to avoid news about the movie. I'm watching it myself. But the more I hear about casting, you know, like Like, Marvel, what are you doing? You're doing too much again, and this will work about the movie. Like, didn't flip the flip family. Like, we tried 4 times to cut the Craig, Roger. I forget the name, but the first Fanatic movie back in the day. But then the 4th attempt, you just screwed up. But I said later. I will hopefully review June Rising. I know I've been late. I should review this book earlier, a bunch of Biddy, the other stuff. I reviewed that book actually made this weekend, hopefully. But other than that, I think that's it. We're also doing another live stream on Live and Learning, and you'll beat that game, so we're gonna beat the game soon. Also, I'll be watching Teladia Plays. I do want to play more of that game. And other than that, also yesterday I reviewed the new Gundam movie. The game that was on theaters. It was a good movie. Confusing, but it was a good movie. Was not my favorite in the world, but I saw it on theaters. It was a fun movie, and check that review out. But as for other reviews, I think I'll be King of Planet Apes. I'll be seeing that hopefully, maybe. But I think that's all I have for my channel coming up.
Yeah. As for me, in terms of the Wonder Woman stream was a big success today, playing the Wonder Woman game, otherwise known as Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And in terms of like movie night, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man 2. Obviously, I'm on Teladia's channel doing like the Lego Batman. And in terms of, let's see, what else? In terms of CLD is tomorrow, where we're going to be talking about a lot of the same topics we talked about today, but with the usual 4 crew. Britt and I are going to be doing a live discussion to celebrate 40 episodes of Super Wonder Legacy. Thank you. Where we do a Superman and Wonder Woman reading list recommendation for Super Wonder fans. And on Wednesday, we'll see what I want to talk about in terms of commentary. Just Under 2 Capes, same thing. But stay heroic, everyone. Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs with General Zod. Zois and Max Ibet for life. See ya later.